Hello Gemini, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking. Thank you so much for being here for your mid-month of October till end of October 2019. This is a Celtic cross, my usual mid-month readings. Thank you for your support. For those of you that have purchased the extended readings, the horoscope readings, thank you so much, and just letting you all know that we're getting the glitches fixed. So thank you for your patience. We've had to manually send the links out until there's a bit of a problem and we're fixing the issues. So again, thank you for understanding, and just letting you know, dear Gemini, that we are having a new moon in Scorpio on the 28th, maybe 27th, depending on where you are. So logically, the southern hemisphere would be earlier because we're ahead in the southern hemisphere. So new moon in Scorpio. So Scorpio is all about transformation, all about intimacy, getting closer with someone. Sharing is caring, sharing your partner's income. Scorpio is also money from external sources. Now Mercury will be retrograding in Scorpio for a month plus. And what's it going to bring, Gemini? Nine of Cups. I like it. That's a very, very good indication. Nine of Cups. Just letting you know, I did do the Pisces reading last, and they had the Nine of Cups in the now position. So, dear Gemini, I had a glimpse at the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing. It's a time when we have Mercury retrograde, we usually have people coming back from the past situations as well. It's a time of going within and seeing what we can fix. So that's the good thing about Mercury retrograde. All right, let's take your cards, and that's happening on Mercury retrograde will be on Halloween, so on the 31st of October. Okay, so let's look at your Celtic cross, dear Gemini. What's happening in the now? And you've got the King of Swords. Very strong character, very decisive, very sharp thinking, very logical. For some of you, this is your energy. For others of you, it could be another Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, of course. Let's look at your challenge. Eight of Pentacles. So the challenge is the Eight of Pentacles. Keep working. Okay, and this is my Virgo card. So Virgo is all about work, your daily routine. Let's look at the root of the issue. We've got the energy of Aries, the Fool. So some new cycle. You're sitting on a new cycle in your home area. You're ready to take a risk, ready to go on a new adventure. A new cycle is beginning. Let's look at the recent past, and you've got the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is someone who's been through a lot, but they're still standing, still coping, still holding on. Let's look at your crowning card, and you've got the Six of Wands. So this is what you're hoping for, some sort of a success, recognition. In the near future, Queen of Swords. We've got a soulmate connection. We've got King of Swords and Queen of Swords. Now the Queen of Swords is someone who is, again, very intelligent, very intellectual. She could be severing ties with this sword. Whatever this is all about, we know that the Queen of Swords is someone who speaks the truth. Okay, so let's look at the position of you, dear Gemini, and you've got the Two of Cups. I see love, love, love in the air. Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. Let's look at what's around you, and you've got the Strength card, which is Leo. Okay, so Major Arcana. Let's look at your hopes and fears. The Eight of Wands. hopes or fears. Beautiful. And the outcome, 5 of Cups. Gemini, your reading is all about doing the best with what you've got. You've got those 2 cups that are standing. There's no point in crying over the past. 3 of Cups is here. 3 of Cups have spilt. Something that was celebrated at one point, the cups have now fallen over. There are 2 new cups, but you don't see them. So you can't see behind you, can you? Let's see what's at the bottom. The general energy, 8 of Cups. And this is the general energy. I feel that there is some sort of a change. There is movement. Someone is looking for those 2 of Cups. As you can see, dear Gemini, the energy is that you're walking straight into a new relationship, partnership. Could be work, could be love. Something that's going to help you bring balance and fairness within a relationship. What's at the bottom of the 8 of Cups? Scorpio. Yeah. And Gemini, your ruling planet is Mercury, and it will be going retrograde. So with the Scorpio card, it does signify that a lot. Something is going to end. Something that has died it's like we're peeling that onion, taking off the skin bit at a time. No transformation is easy. Scorpio cannot be easy, but Scorpio, the good thing with Scorpio is that it's very, like when you dig deep, and your ruling planet Mercury will be going into the depths of Scorpio to retrieve things that have been hidden, things that have been not seen because it's so dark down there, right? That's what Scorpio is all about. Scorpio is also the house of the occult. It's the house of magic. Now, with the Death card, it does signify Pluto as well, and Pluto is now moving direct. Let's see what's beneath that. You're going through some sort of a transformation. Now, the Page of Pentacles is, it's somebody looking at this pentacle, wanting to invest it, to make it grow. So this can be communication from an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or you could be looking to see how you can make your money grow, or the Page of Pentacles could be the student. So, we go through many lessons in life, and I feel that with the 8 of Cups, general energy, this is a card of spiritually growing through the hardships. You've been trying to complete this 10, a 10 down here, but it's not happening. So it's been challenging. So you are leaving all these cups behind. 8 years, 8 months, whatever the timing is, you're leaving it behind and you're going on to something new. You need that 10. The 10 of Cups is what you're after. And wherever you are going, it's looking like you will find those 2 of Cups. They're here and they're here as well. Okay, what I'd like to do before I continue with the cards, Gemini, I would like to take the Lover's Path Tarot. And I love this deck. Let's look at your love life. So please, Spirit, Gemini, what does Gemini need to know about love? Mid-October till end of October, roughly, 2019. Gemini, what do they need to know, please, Spirit? And we have Innocence, the Fool again. Wow. So this is Aries energy. We did have a full moon in Aries about 3 days ago. Aries is the Fool. Aries wants to start a new cycle. Aries is also ruled by Mars, so it's the warrior. Aries is the seed that is planted. Now the word innocence does say that there is an innocence within a love, and I feel that for those of you that are in a very important partnership or relationship, whatever sort it is, then there is innocence and there should be trust. And it looks like both parties are willing to take that leap of faith, go on that adventure. Now, because we've got the Eight of Wands in the hopes and fears, some of you may be hoping to take flight, travel, communicate what you are passionate about, what you love, okay? Because the wands are all about Cupid's love arrows. They're loving messages through social media. They do fly through the sky, and this can be flight travel, of course. Now, what I see here is the challenge being the Eight of Pentacles. And if you notice, the King of Swords has got his back turned to the Queen of Swords. I do feel that this is your energy, Gemini. You are speaking your truth, and you are cutting out what does not work for you, what you cannot communicate with, what is not balanced and fair. The challenge is the Eight of Pentacles, and that says that you've got to put the effort in. You've got to work hard to do this. It hasn't been easy. For those of you that have been in a committed partnership or relationship with this King of Swords, and you know that the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords can be people that work in the legal field. So it can be a solicitor, can be any other air sign. So Aquarius, Gemini, Libra could have Earth in their chart as well. We've got, this is the card of Virgo, but it could be Taurus, Capricorn, or the King of Swords could be someone who is only concentrating on work, not on love. The Queen of Swords is looking forth. He's looking towards the past. So I don't know if, let's say this could be, because we could twist and turn the reading. Whoever this is, whether this is you or the partner that you're dealing with, he is looking towards the past, and he's looking at the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is someone who may have put their wall up. And the Nine of Wands is someone who's protecting everything they've built. So this King of Swords is obviously looking at something that he's built. He's being very protective. I remember seeing that Seven of Wands as I was shuffling. This is like poor Gemini is pushing to make things work. The challenge is to put more work in, more effort. But could this be too much? Could it be that Gemini is working too much? So the challenge is work, your daily routine. And that's why love is left out in the cold, let's say. There is no love here. I do see in the position of you, you've got the Two of Cups, but this has got nothing really to do with the King of Swords. This is two people that have got an open heart. This is watery energy. So Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It is a two, it's a union. Now, crowning your reading is the Six of Wands, which can be a card of a little bit of ego, but it's also what's on your mind, what you're hoping to accomplish, where work is concerned, let's say, because it is Wands and it is in the career section. I do feel that you will be successful in some of your ventures. Okay, you have got the recognition that you can make things work. You've got the Six of Wands. There is pride as well in this card. Now, could there be too much ego in the relationship? Yes, there could be. Now, as I said, the Fool here is Aries energy. And Aries, as I said, we had that full moon. It was very difficult because it was in difficult aspects to Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn, also to the nodes. But this is very positive for me. Having the Fool in your foundation says that there is something new beginning. Some of you are really seriously thinking of taking that next adventure in your life, and you're wanting to travel lightly. You're wanting to leave your burdens behind. That's what the Fool does. Because I can see that the challenge being Eight of Pentacles, some of you are just over it. Too much work, not enough play. And here what I see is that Gemini wants equality. Now, in the near future with the Queen of Swords, you are speaking your truth. As I said, you're severing those ties. in your external, you've got the Strength card, which is the energy of Leo. Leo is very grandiose. Leo likes to shine up on stage. Leo is very generous. You may be dealing with someone who's got strong Leo in their chart. Now, because the Strength card says that it takes courage to tame this wild beast, I feel that Gemini is the female and you are dealing with someone who is quite the lion. You're being quite courageous. You're trusting in your abilities, trusting in your higher self. You're holding yourself back. You're holding yourself back here and you're trying to be patient, but that's one of the hardest things that Gemini can do, is to have patience. And that's because you're air. It's not only Gemini, it's also Aquarius, also Libra. Air signs don't have the patience, so it takes a lot of strength to do this. Okay, and this calls for patience. And I remember telling Gemini quite a few times that you need to be patient. I know you're probably going to be screaming at me and saying, how long? How long? Well, this is an 8. So could it be 8 weeks? Could it be, for others of you, 8 days? Today is the 17th. Could it be around the 25th of October? Now, I did say Mercury goes retrograde on the 31st. So 8 weeks would be after Mercury comes back direct. So we've got 2 8s here, and 8 is the number of the House of Scorpio again. Remember that Death card here. Yeah, Queen of Cups is beneath that. Dear Gemini, you need to trust your intuition. You need to believe that if you found your soulmate, if you found your other half, and that means a soul that is like a brother or a sister or someone who feels like your other half. That's what we say in Greek. We say adelphiki psyche, which is called a soulmate. A soulmate, twin flame. There is a depth in this communication. There is a depth in the emotions of these two people. But Gemini needs to stop focusing on the past. Something's going to happen that's going to have you turning your back on love for some reason. Or not noticing, like being stuck in the past. Being stuck in the past with that 3 of Cups. Let's, and there is, as I said, we've got Aries here, so Mars is in Libra still, and it's not strong there. It doesn't like to be there. Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. Once it moves into Scorpio, it is, very happy in Scorpio because it rules Scorpio as well. That will give everyone the energy to move forward, the energy to put in the effort, the Martian effort, right? So we need roughly around 5 weeks before Mars can move into its home sign of Scorpio. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little while longer. Let's take some more cards, some more tarot. Let's look at the King of Swords in the now position, with the challenge card being the 8 of Pentacles. And we have the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands can be a card of celebration, but it can mean marriage, stability, your home. Okay, so something to do with business and home together. Now the 4 of Wands can speak of a wedding, can speak of a christening. Doesn't mean necessarily that it's going to be your wedding, because for those who want to stabilize a marriage, a home, a committed relationship, there's still work to be done here with the 8 of Pentacles. There is still work to be done. And the King of Swords is someone who can be fair, yes. They can be fair. They're very calculated. It's a very sharp mind that they have, but it's very different to the energy of the wands. The wands are all about creativity and passion, whereas the King of Swords is all about business and calculating, doing the math. So let's look at the Fool card in your foundation. And we've got the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands, again, is all about taking that adventure. Maybe, you know, because the Knight of Wands is someone who's very Sagittarian, could be Leo, could be Aries energy. Why? Because Aries is a fire sign. We've got fiery energies here. Now, this could be taking a leap of faith, taking that adventure, and the Knight of Wands can be Sagittarius for me. So some of you are wanting to maybe travel to a distant land. You could be, because the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands is very masculine energy, very, very masculine. But it's someone who also travels for work, someone who travels maybe the world. Let's take another card. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Yes, Sagittarian energy, no doubt. And again, I was just talking about Sagittarius. Okay, so this is a 10. The Wheel of Fortune is a number 10. It's a number of completion. If you know, after the Wheel of Fortune, which is a Jupiterian energy, which brings luck, it can also bring, Jupiter can also bring legalities. Let's look at the Nine of Wands in the recent past. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles, 2 nines. This is Virgo energy, someone who's standing strong financially, but they're very independent, not emotionally. Emotionally, they're standing alone. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. I feel a lot of loneliness here. I feel loneliness, that it's all about work, all about family. There is no healthy relationship here. So let's look at what's crowning your reading with the 6 of Wands, and we've got the Queen of Cups twice. So, dear Pisces, Queen of Cups can be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian individual. This is like the most intuitive queen of all. Some of you may have strong water in your chart. Let's take another card on that Queen of Cups. And then we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So 3 of Pentacles again speaks of work. It speaks of expansion and growth, being noticed for what you're good at. And you know, here we've got the Church. And the Church can speak about keeping the faith, that whatever you're trying to build on has got the potential to do that. Okay, so it is in the area of career. Some of you may be working within a small community, a small group, a small company. What I see here is, I wouldn't be surprised, because with the 3 of Pentacles, it looks like these two people are buyers. They look as though they're really looking at what's being done here, and there is communication here. So there is some sort of a negotiation going on here, which you will be successful with around work. So let's look at the Queen of Swords now in the near future. And we've got the Strength card again. Dear Gemini, and I did say patience, but you need to be strong. You need to speak your truth. Let's take another card. And we've got the World card. And the World card is the ending of a cycle. Okay, it's a completion, a successful completion. It doesn't get any better than this. This is Venus. She is in her bathing suit. She is here. She is present. It's like the prize at the end of the at the end of the competition, the contest. Okay, she looks as though she's holding an award as well. So, and you know, this is very Saturnian, very, very Saturnian. So what is Gemini going to do? Let's look at the position of you, dear Gemini. And we've got a card that just fell out, and we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So doesn't look like there's much movement here again. This for me is the Virgo card, but it could be any other earth sign. This knight is looking at his path forward. He's not making any moves. He's actually stopped. He's focusing on his pentacle. He's looking at the future, looking down the track, what he's going to do, how he's going to invest that pentacle. But at this time, there's not much happening here. Let's take another card. And we've got the Three of Swords. Three of Swords. What I wanted to say is that we've got two knights. We've got a fire sign here, Sagittarius, Aries or Leo, and we've got an earth sign here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and they are two very different energies. Now we do have the Three of Swords, so there is some sort of a disappointment, heartbreak in relation to a connection, a very important connection. Now the Three of Swords, of course, can speak of a love triangle. Let's look at the Strength card. What's surrounding you? What's in your environment? And we've got the Two of Swords. Some sort of a decision needs to be made. Someone is hoping to make a decision. They're holding back not to make the decision until they have the clarity, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And it's not easy. There's a burden here. 10 of Wands. The 10 breaks down to the Ace. 10 of Wands can be carrying too much of a load. Too much. It's too hard to be patient. It's too hard to make the decision. And it's too hard to choose. Two of Swords can speak of a decision. A choice. Let's look at that Eight of Wands. And I think it's a hope. And, you know, the Eight of Wands are going straight into the Fool card. And we've got the Page of Cups, which is an offer. The Ace of Cups is being offered here. This is an unexpected, quick message. Let's take that adventure together. Let's begin again. Let's start from the beginning. Let's start at zero. And this is Piscean energy. There is, but it's only a page that we've got here. So it's not a huge offer, but it's an unexpected messages coming through. It's like the beginning. Why? Because the page is like, it's very youthful energy. So is the Fool. So it's as though there is a restart here. We do have the World card here. And you've got the Fool here. So it's as though you've started a cycle, dear Gemini, and you're finishing it. It's a quick cycle. Here we've got another cycle that's beginning. A new cycle in love. A new risk. Gemini's taking a new risk. Let's take the outcome. Some of you could be taking a risk with someone who's either got Aries, Pisces. We've got Sagittarius here. Leo's been mentioned quite a bit. We've also got Earth, but we've also got Aquarius or Gemini or Libra. Let's take that Five of Cups in the outcome. What's that about? Because fives are all about change. Something is coming to change this energy. Another five. There's going to be some sort of a duel, some sort of a imbalance. Fives are an imbalance. Now, Gemini, you do have a very sharp mind. You've got the swords in your hand. There is some sort of competitive energy here that's going to have you holding on. You have to be strong. This is the Nine of Wands. Again, Nine of Wands, Nine of Wands. Someone has There is some sort of competition that you're dealing with here. But can you persevere? You've got the intelligence to win with your communication, your spoken words. You do have the strength with that. And you're at the nine of wands. Here we've got the 10, which breaks down to the ace. So there is some sort of a new beginning here. Let's take another card on the environment. What's that 10 of wands? 2 of cups again. I'm sure Gemini has got a big decision to make. Gemini, you've got a big decision to make. And again, because we've got the strength card, we've got Leo here. We've also got water energy. So Pisces has been mentioned. Scorpio is here as well. Scorpio, I think, would be more than likely the timing of it, because we are moving into Scorpio energies. The sun will be entering Scorpio on the 23rd of the month. Let's look at the 8 of cups, which is the general energy. And we've got the 7 of swords. So someone is trying to move away, be intelligent, get away with something. And it looks as though, I don't know why, but 2 people are going in separate directions. Can you see that? Now, the 7 of swords can be someone who is underhanded, but it can be someone who is intelligent, or someone that is trying to get away with something, because he's holding the 5 of swords. He's holding the 5 swords. See that? He's taking the 5 of swords. He doesn't want to have an argument. He's leaving the 2 swords behind. So he's moving away without making a decision. It's as though he's going straight into the fire. He doesn't even want to, he doesn't want to make a decision about a relationship. He wants to take his thoughts and go. Just, I need time. I need time to think, says Gemini. I need time to think. Oh, where did... yeah. Let's take another card. What I'd like to see now is the four of wands, which is in the now position. What's that all about? And we've got the judgment card. So this is a resurrection, again Pluto. So having a second chance at happiness, because the 4 is, yes, it's a happy home. It's a happy foundation. Okay, having a second chance. For those of you that have thought that something is not going to come to life again, it's coming around. Okay, and these are your angels. You are not alone, dear Gemini. You do have the support from Spirit. Okay, there's going to be an epiphany here. An epiphany, an awakening, and a second chance. Let's take the outcome. So 5 of swords and 9 of wands. And we've got the 6 of wands. You have it twice. So that's amazing. You can come through with the brightest of colors, dear Gemini, as long as you reserve your energy. Dig deep with that strength. For those of you that are leaving a relationship in the past because of a heartbreak, because of stagnancy. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who doesn't move. They're very, very slow moving. Okay, so there has been some sort of a heartbreak here, no movement. Now, as I said, whilst Mercury is turning retrograde, we've got a chance to revisit old situations. Let's take some Sibillas, and I'd like to take the position of you, which is the 2 of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 3 of Swords. we have reunion, and this is the Eight of Wands. Coming together, having that meeting, that connection, harmony, amica, best friend, your confidant, a happy, harmonious, let's say, foundation or celebration. That's the Four of Wands here. And this can speak, of course, of legalities with the amica, okay? And we've got the Vecchia Signora, so this is a visitor. This is someone who is older, wiser. This could be someone who you are being advised by, which can be a really good friend. And it can also be a situation that has come to its peak. Let's take one more. And we've got the Allegrezza al Cuore, Five of Cups. Yeah. So we've got two men and one woman, two males, one female here. This is merriment and happiness, but it's also the Five of Cups, which is at the outcome. So I suppose it depends on which way you're looking at those Five of Cups. Are you looking at focusing on the past that's not working, or are you focusing on the new agreement that is in your future? Let's look at the external to you. So Strength, Two of Swords, Two of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, which turns into the Ace of Wands, of course. So we've got the Giovine Fanciulla, and this is pure energy. It's very innocent. This is the Virgin. And again, it's a number 12, which does speak of Piscean energy, which says that for a new beginning, you need to either sacrifice something or change your perspective. Here we've got the Sacerdote, which is, it's the priest. It's got to do with religion. It has to do with faith. It has to do with, it's like the Hierophant, so Taurian energy, our values. It can speak of marriage, commitment. It's a number 13, though. It's the Death card. And do you notice that he is holding his caper, though, as though he's hiding something? So something is being hidden here. Now, this is the man who stands alone as well. Someone who is married to the church, very religious. But with the 13 here, that again is Scorpio energy. So this is like that there is a change happening here, a new change in a commitment, maybe even in restrictions. And here we've got the Ammalato, the Four of Swords, low morale. There could be a little bit of illness here. Someone is psychologically not feeling happy, or they're exhausted because it's the Four of Swords. This person is meditating. Again, he's in a church. Low morale. I would say that if there is someone around you that you're dealing with that is not psychologically happy, I think that they should seek the advice of a spiritual leader. Okay? Seek the advice of a religious leader. Let's take another card and see what that Ammalato is all about. And we've got, all of a sudden it went dark, we've got the Sospiri, which is like the Three of Wands, hoping and wishing and waiting for those ships to come through. This is someone who is sighing, and it's the Six of Swords. Someone who wants to travel over water, but they're not able to, could be. They have to sit put. They have to stay put, and they can't. They've got to wait. Those ships take time. But when those ships come through, I would say that the Six of Swords you will have left the burdens behind and moved on to calmer waters. And again, for some of you, this is travel, obviously, no doubt. What I'd like to look at is the King of Swords in the now position, the Eight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Judgment card. We've got leggerezza, so transformation, a lightness of being. This is like sexual tendencies as well, but it's the weight coming off your shoulders. It's the Ten of Wands. and its transformation. It's the butterfly that's transformed from its cocoon. Here we've got the Three of Pentacles, Virgo energy, donna de servizio. So being of service to others. This is a helpful, very helping energy. And here we've got the artista, which is like the King of Swords. This is the discovery that is made. This is the crazy scientist. He comes across something that he discovers, an epiphany or something like that. Also, Seven of Cups can be very Piscean in the sense that there is confusion, but this artista, whether this is someone intellectual who sits behind a desk, it could be a professor, it could be a legal representative, the clarity will come through and it will help aid and help the situation. And that's when the second chance will come through. Okay, what I'd like to do now is I would like to take my handwritten cards, dear Gemini, my handwritten cards, and see what messages we've got. First of all, the King of Swords here. I'm going to take on the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. I will also take a card for the Queen of Swords right there. Okay, so just for those that this does not resonate, that's fine. The whole story does not need to resonate for you. For some of you, I do believe that these cards could help you. They could give you specific messages. So if they're not specific to you, doesn't matter this time. Next time, I believe that they will resonate better. Let's look at the King of Swords. What's he all about? I was wrong to doubt your love, babe. I apologize. And this is the Seven of Wands. So this is like someone who was pushing. Remember, I did mention the Seven of Wands before. So I was wrong to doubt your love, babe. I apologize. And this is someone that was pushing you away. You will know who this message is from if it is a message for you. Let's look at the Queen of Swords. Maybe it's too late for that apology. Let's look at the Queen of Swords. One day we may meet again somewhere in time. And this is the Nine of Pentacles. And there's the Nine of Pentacles, the Virgo energy. I did say that Gemini is probably standing quite the individual. No, Gemini standing alone. Oops. Oh, wow. Let's look at the Knight of Wands right now. I can't stop thinking about you. I'm only breathing, not living without you. And this is the Four of Swords. Remember the Amalato here. Remember the Amalato. This is probably the same energies. Now let's look at the Knight of Pentacles. Now, I've already mentioned the... Yeah. I don't remember if I mentioned the Four before. No, I don't think so. The Four of Swords. So you had what the Four of Swords is all about is someone that is trying to get over a situation. They're trying to heal. They're trying to meditate. They're trying to pull themselves together, or they've been through such a hard time that they need time to think. Let's take that Knight of Pentacles. And we have, don't ever think that I don't love you and that I forgot you. I will always be here for you with open arms. And this is the Three of Wands. But unfortunately, we've got what was I going to say? I was going to say that this is similar to the Three of Wands here. And as I said, remember that someone needs to stay put. They're not able to move. Not yet. I feel that that is the energy here. Now, if the Knight of Pentacles is, remember it was in the position of you. So, I don't know if you are cross-watching, you may want to flip the reading. You know, for everyone it's going to be different. So, let's take one card on this Page of Cups. Let's just take one card on that and see roughly what this offer is all about. What's behind this offer? And we've got, we are from such different worlds, but I'm willing to work on this union. Let's see where this will take us. Eight of Pentacles. Just like we've got here underneath. And that's why the offer is only a page. 8, 8, 8. You've got 3 8s here. 3 8s are 24. 2 and a 4 equals 6. It's the number of the Lovers, which is your card, dear Gemini. All right, guys, let's take a Wisdom of the House of Night. Let's take one of these cards and see what the messages are for you. So it looks like the King of Swords is coming to a realization, and he will be apologizing. But I don't think Gemini is going to. Gemini has already moved on. So a lot of you may be dealing either with a water sign or someone who's got water or strong fire in their chart. Not air, more than likely. So for Gemini, please, Spirit, what is the message? What does Gemini need to know? Mid-October. And we have hope. It's a number 27, which is a 9. You've got the 9 of Wands here, remember, twice. Okay, so let's read. When you choose the symbol of hope, know that no matter what temporary setbacks there may be in your life now, light will return again. When the moon is hidden in the darkest forest, it is hard to see your next step, and it is easy to give in to the fear that there will never be safety or light again. I am here to guide you when you have lost your way, whispering to you to maintain faith that good things will come your way once more. Take one step toward your dream. I will take 2 steps toward you to help you achieve it. Have hope and only good will come of it. So, dear Gemini, very interesting indeed. Don't lose hope. That's what the reading is saying. And you all need to listen to that because that is a message from Spirit. It's a message from the Oracle. All right, dear Gemini, I think I will leave you with that. Thank you so much for spending the time with me. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Sending you much love, many blessings. And as I said, don't give up the hope. Bye-bye.